oh boy, has this video been a long time coming. Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. Life is better for me. Everything is not perfect, and I am not totally healed from this whole shoulder thing, but things are good, and I'm seeing light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a very difficult and dark time for me, and I think what I've seen most that God is teaching me is that, you could not have convinced me 2, 3, 6 months ago that I didn't trust God with all my heart, because I feel like I do. And when God says something, or I feel like I'm hearing from God, I obey him, and I don't have a second thought. When people bring problems to me, I can confidently say, let's pray, not that things always go my way. I keep things very realistic in the sense that God has the right to answer any prayer request how he sees fit. And I have to find a way to make peace with that if it doesn't go my way. Okay, that's a super, super big thing. You can't say you trust God completely if you can't say, if this happens, I'm going to still be okay, Lord. Because listen, there's a lot of if this is that are horrible, and we just don't recognize how much pain and horror actually we have to deal with on this planet apart from Christ. And so trusting God, has never been something I felt, even in the middle of my addiction and my life wasn't where it needed to be. I never wondered if I turned to God, would he turn things around? I was always confident of that to some degree. I didn't want to submit to it, and so the rebellion was more the problem than my ability to trust. So what I've seen in this season is like God says, you trust me, and you say you trust me with all your heart, but let's let some things affect you and see if you trust me. And so the health of my family, my personal health, my brother Buddy's health, my brother Curtis's health, my brother Jed's health, and my father's health have all been seriously challenged or compromised or in this season. And if you follow me, you know all the things: back surgery, stage 4 cancer, gout. I mean, come on, tons of stuff. Plus my shoulder, which was dislocated from sleeping wrong. That's when you know you're getting old. You dislocate your shoulder by sleeping wrong. That's a problem. That's an old age problem. At any rate, I haven't been able to laugh or smile or be happy or feel myself during all of this. And it's because when it comes to my family and when it comes to health, I felt in control of that and able to handle that, and like I knew how it was all going to go. And so that was my way. That was not God's way. And so I was trusting in God's way that it was going to go my way. And that doesn't always happen. And so God's taken me to a deeper level of, will you trust me anyway? Not a fun lesson. Not an easy time. Things are not over. I'm sure I'll shed many a tear for the rest of my life, but that's what I've been learning. And so knowing what I'm learning, knowing what you're learning right now is half the battle. Things start improving when you listen enough to hear what God's saying. Listen and obey and bring this season to a close. That's what I'm doing. Love you guys, and see you next week. God's plan works because you don't get where you're going unless you continue. I've been clean for 11 years. Wow. You can do it. It'll make a difference.